They're coming to get you.
Power of Christ.
This is
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Oh shit!
Hold it together.
Hey guys, what's
Hold
up?
it together.
What's going on, man?
To
You
another
doing all right?
STS session. Todd had me rolling a little bit, so yeah.
Keep rolling.
I'll tell you what, this is a weird STS session because I can do this.
Yeah,
That's different.
it's a bit different than the norm.
Just remember, I can do
One's
it
in-
too.
when one's in Tejas and the other's in Utah,
Yeah.
it's a little bit different.
Today it's all Tejas.
The Utard is in Texas.
And it's not flooding down in Texas, so everything should go smooth.
No, but
Don't
as,
you put that kind of evil on me, Ricky Bobby?
but as Blackie Lawless said, I might be blind in Texas before this day's over.
I do have to say that my daughter has gone out to go watch The Nun 2, and I haven't seen it yet, so I'm a bit jealous about that. Though I'm not jealous that she's watching in the theater, because I would, as Todd pointed out earlier, I'm an old man, and I would much rather watch it on Prime at home so that I can pause if I need to pee or grab a sandwich or
Yeah.
some shit like that.
I'm going
And I don't
to
want-
spend the $20 to rent it. Have it
Well-
for 24 hours. I can watch it twice.
Anytime I want. Anytime
I can pee. I can go get me some more snacks.
Yep.
Hell, if I didn't hear what they said, I can rewind it.
You damn right you can, but you can't do that in the
Damn
theater.
tootin'.
Plus, I don't have to worry about somebody else sitting next to me
You
chewing
better
too
run, girl.
because
You better run.
there are no noises known in this universe that bother me more than somebody that chews their food too loud. I can't fucking have it. I can't.
You mean the popcorn? That thing?
That's
Oh, by-
not as bad as most, but yeah, I get. Yeah, you get it.
Followed by,
Run, bitch, run! Yeah. Oh no, you don't. You don't go in that door. Shut the
yeah.
I be
Of course she's
slapping
gonna go in that
white
door.
boy.
This horror movie would suck if nobody did stupid shit. No, yeah, of course no one would actually do it. But the movie would suck.
Are we seriously going to run into the shed full of chainsaws hanging from the ceiling right
Yes.
It's like every movie I watch, I'm like, if that was my bedroom, this movie would have just ended. Some guy
now? I'm
shows
just
up and
going
be
to
like,
try and scoot in here so you can read my hat.
there you go. American Metal again.
Oh, yes.
Like Mary.
So, hey, welcome back to another STS session.
Mama.
Okay, we'll get back into that. Hey, Zach, how's it going, my man?
I'm fucking tired, man. But I'm here and I'm having a good time. So it is what it is.
What's up, the Todd? Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Lindy has not been nonstop working for like 2 or 3 days in a row and hasn't had any sleep, but she still
Yeah,
managed
It's
to
the life
record.
of doing, the money numbers stuff at the end of the month. Every
She
month.
still was able to manage to record Manson number 3 today, which she has a thing. You guys got to listen to the end of Manson 3 because she throws out a
Vote
proposition.
no.
with,
Vote no.
if you want the trial bullshit, she'll do it, and if you don't,
We'll just leave it.
we'll say fuck you, Manson, and we'll move on. But
I say fuck you, Manson, anyway. Hey, Crystal, how's it going?
hey, Crystal. So, I don't know if Crystal's seen that they're both sitting in the same room, but it's funny as fuck to me. Because on my screen, I can see half of both your faces, but on the other screen, I can see both of you full.
Yeah.
This is gonna be good. Good time. Oh, gross.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Out of here. All right.
All right. Yeah. Stop it.
If you can't fuck with your brother, you can't fuck with
You want me to numb it? Num 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 num.
No.
All right then. What are we doing today, Matt? What's going on? We're gonna do some more reaction videos.
Oh, God.
These are his
Really?
favorite. Only
They're
now I
my
get to listen to him like scream in my ear like about
Oh,
6
yeah, I'm
inches
glad
away.
he's sitting right next to you for this because this is gonna be
Yeah.
good. I wasn't even planning for that part of it, but I was just thinking, I was like, those reaction
I'm gonna
videos are
find
fun.
my happy place. I'm gonna try and contain the anger. You do realize that he is setting this up so that I will strangle you.
I realize this. Yeah.
Oh, please don't kill Zach.
But this could be the
I won't
longest
kill
live
him.
stream ever
Yeah,
if
just-
that happens because I'm not sure Todd can turn this off.
Don't hurt each
So-
other. I mean,
Bro,
you guys can get angry
You
at
pull
this
the
video.
plug
and
out of
then-
the wall. Everything's done.
Okay, never mind. He's got it figured out.
Yeah, that's good point. Good point. It'll just end. If it gets crazy, it'll end. So there will be no goodbyes. Let's just go.
Going dark.
Okay. Boink.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I might let that "I love you" part be in there. Okay, I love you. Boink.
Hope Kevin Todd
You
chimes in on
pick
this
up-
one because if this is another one of those reaction videos, he was fucking baller on the last one with the Karens.
Yeah. Yeah. If he's around.
And I'm excited about the weather change. The weather, it was fucking hot as shit
Hey
today.
Matt, guess what tomorrow is?
What?
It's October 1st. Do you
Still
know what
is.
happens on October 1st? We listen to October Rust front to back.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
get to
buddy.
make my brother do it with me this year.
Hell yeah.
And I already threatened my nieces. Veda, I don't know if she'll make it, but the goat, he's
Mhm.
definitely down.
The goat, maybe.
Kimber, my daughter, and my son both like number one, and then Keegan likes a couple other songs from Bloody Kisses, and then I think he likes one of the songs from October Rust, but it's only because they've heard them only a couple times.
Yeah, my kids usually make me turn this off when it's on in my car, so I don't listen to it very often. With them.
See, Uncle Fat Kid Todd's here, and Uncle Fat Kid Todd gets them the stuff they want, and then guilt trips them and owns them.
Yeah, and then you get to leave.
Like we went to the store to get ice cream, and she tried to throw some pokey sticks on there, acting all sly, thinking, I just looked right, and I just said, "Listen, you owe me." And she's like, "No, that's fine." I went, "No, I'm going to call in this favor when you least expect it, and I'm not going to let it go. It's not going to be, no, I don't want to. It's going to be, no,
Yeah.
What's
you
up,
owe
Derek?
me."
I
What's
didn't
going on,
just
Derek?
seen that.
And she picked him up and was like, second guessing her whole life over candy. And then she was like, "Okay, fine, I'll owe you." And I was like, "Oh, yes."
Now it's on. Oh, well,
I am not above blackmail.
no, you're not.
Are you guys ready to get into hating people? That's probably
Dude,
like
I
the
do
goal
that
of-
every day, man. I mean,
yeah, me too.
My
Especially-
cover photo says it all. I really just laugh stuff off because prison don't cook the food I like.
Right. But if you, I gotta tell you that like a lot of people like hear about my like sister bitching about people driving or whatever in traffic, and it's like, dude, if you do what me and Derek do or what Zach does, where he's on the road all the time and we're out driving, it's like it's all day long. You just watch ignorant thing after ignorant thing.
It's ignorance. It's just ignorant.
It's like, what are you doing? Why did you cross 4 lanes of traffic? I know you didn't see what was on the other side of that
I don't
semi you
even get
just
that
shot
far,
in
man.
front
I'm
of.
like, what the fuck are you doing driving a car? I think it's about
My favorite statement is, listen, if you even remotely come close to taking away my ability to see my family tonight,
Mhm.
I will end yours with a broken leg and a shoulder. I will end yours, and I will get pictures of my family in jail. But you'll be dead.
That's how it works.
Know your role.
It's
Danny
no,
Lane.
yeah, nothing. I could pull out and be stupid. Okay.
Oh, all right. So I've had issues for the last couple weeks on the live streams where I could barely hear myself in the playback. So
Oh, I can hear you good right now.
hear
and
me
I-
tonight? Can everybody
Yeah.
hear Todd?
That's a dumb question.
Yeah, that's coming through perfect to me anyway, as long as
Okay.
everybody else can hear it. If everybody else
That's
can
just
hear
it. Like when
everybody
I
else
hear it
does.
on the playback, it's always been super quiet. It sounds
Crystal
like
or
it's-
Derek, could
Well,
you
that's
guys
because
chime in
you and
and
Lindy
say-
have the same problem. Your nice people who, hi, how are you?
Could you guys chime in and say if he's coming through or not?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
All
very
right, good.
much.
All
right. All right.
I'm
well,
surprised she didn't put in there you could turn Todd's volume down.
I think that was implied.
All right. Don't get it attached to that button. Okay.
Whatever.
Todd. We'll find out.
Oh,
We'll find out.
are we prepared to get small again? How's it?
Actually, we're going a different route. We'll be smaller than we are right now on the screen. Crystal says, "I'm trying to be nice, but since you mentioned it, all right,
There she is.
let me switch this over to the screen."
There is nothing better
This
than
should be
having
fun.
true annoying banter with someone that I have never physically met in
Crystal's
my
a
life.
sweetheart.
And she just rolls
I
with
wouldn't
it.
piss her off though if I were you.
No, she's my sister.
Bro.
What do you expect?
So what you're saying is that she's had to put up with your shit her whole life.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
All right, you ready?
Yes, I am. I'm
Okay,
absolutely ready
I
to
think
play.
this is 10 reactions of Karen's. What is this? I think this might have to do with like court.
Oh, Karen's going to court.
Yeah. So
Now you
here
do
we
have a
go.
chance to argue your bullshit, but I bet it doesn't work any better than what it did in the squad car. So,
All right, here we go.
Derek said in mine,
2020,
and I'm maybe
three
even
different
worse
people
than
who were
that.
just going about their day in Torrance, California, were insulted by a nightmarish woman.
Go back to whatever Asian country you belong in.
She
Well, just
quickly
go
got the
straight
name
in.
Grandma Karen, after being bizarrely aggressive to anyone with a different skin color from her. First, she went after a woman jogging in Wilson Park. She seemed to think that the woman was blocking the staircase, but I think that it was just an excuse for this attack.
Next time you ever talk to me like that, you're gonna get your kicked by my family. They're gonna This is not your
They're gonna
home.
fuck you.
This is not your home. We do not want you here.
Then, a guy just trying to park his car in the same park. This 42-year-old dad and his two kids seemed too close for her comfort.
Respect. Respect people. Lady,
I understand your language.
respect.
It's kind of
He's clearly
breathtaking
speaking
how
English,
vile
bitch.
she's being.
Yeah.
You know how many people can't stand you being
Oh,
here?
great.
You play games. We don't play games.
All right, this is not a Karen. This is just a fucking racist.
That's an
bitch.
asshole.
That's different.
But she's perfect because she's like, you talk to me like that again and my family's going to kick your ass because I'm too old and white to do
She
it.
quickly was identified.
I'll have 'em all come
as
out with their hoods
Hernandez,
on.
56 years
Wait,
old.
wait.
And
Lena
once her case was
Hernandez.
out there, she soon got linked to another case at an airport from October that year. In this photo, she's even wearing
Sticker Mill's
Aw.
production process
Ah,
is
shit, it was
configured
right
for your
next to
custom
what
products
she was going to
fast.
do.
You simply
Yeah.
select
Oh,
the
she's
size
an
and
asshole.
quantity.
We gotta skip
She's not a
that.
Karen. She's a cunt.
outfit.
This unfortunate incident involved an older female suspect verbally assaulting a custodian and then physically assaulting another individual who was acting as a good Samaritan.
The woman Lena attacked was standing up for the restroom cleaner, and she immediately recognized Lena's nightmarish voice when she heard it on the news.
What kind of
Victim
evil
Casey
bitch
Lynn
attacks
Similio
somebody
said,
cleaning a
This lady
restroom?
needs a fucking boot to the cool. That's all I'm saying.
As if they're not hating their life enough, you attack them. They're cleaning the fucking
I'm not going to
restroom.
tell you that I advocate people hitting women, but
In this circumstance.
as Chris Rock so
City attorneys
eloquently
made sure that
laid
Grandma
out with
Karen
the whole
had
Nicole
no
kid
place
or
to hide.
Nicole
We all agree
Simpson,
that aspect.
she did extra
that there
cheese
is
on her
mental
Whopper.
illness involved
I
in,
ain't
all
saying
of these incidents.
what he
But
did
Lena
was
faced
right,
her
but
day
I
in court. Her
understand.
case
Oh
ultimately
my
went to a plea
goodness.
deal,
Okay,
pleading
okay.
no contest to all the charges. Grandma Karen
Yeah.
was handed 45 days in jail and had to do a year of anger management.
Fuck yeah.
But
Oh, no.
Caitlin Salimio
45
was
days in jail, so she done 20 maybe.
What she did was violent. It was a violent attack to me. So it should have been the maximum amount of 6 months.
And what kind of message does it send to other perpetrators.
If you're
Other
old,
people, other
you can
fighters,
say
racists,
dumb
Mortal
shit.
Kombat.
I'm waiting for that time
No.
in my life. Don't ruin it. Just don't make it racist. Okay?
And only walk away with a 45-day sentence?
So be careful in Cali because Lena's probably still walking around out there storing up her crazy anger for her next unfortunate person.
Lucky
It's
for me,
so
I've got
You wouldn't
zero
like me.
desire to ever go to that
Lashed
state.
out over the smallest thing.
Oh,
In
I've
Jacksonville,
heard.
Florida, during the height of the pandemic,
Of course it's
in June
Florida.
2020, a woman was having a massive argument with some workers at a Pier 1 store.
Pier 1.
At Pier 1.
I don't know. Is that I didn't know.
How about that?
There you go,
That
lady.
woman was
That's what
Deborah
I'm talking
Jo
about.
Hunter, a 52-year-old mom who refused to wear a mask in the store. The argument had gone on for about 15 minutes when
I'm gonna
Heather
go ahead
Starr
and say
began
it. She looks
reporting
good for
to protect the
52,
staff. Deborah
51
spotted her
years old.
filming and also turned on Heather. She got really
I wouldn't want to
aggressive.
cover it up either.
I think
Like,
I'll get real close to you and hop on you then. How's that?
ooh, I don't like.
While this
Oh,
was
you
already
shouldn't
a
have done
super
that.
gross thing to do, especially during the pandemic, Heather Sprague was also at risk from illness it could cause. You see, Heather was getting treatment for a brain tumor, so she was really worried that catching anything from Deborah's deliberate coughing could make her
Like,
fatally
that's
ill.
the least of your worries.
Weeks of
I'm
worrying
just
about
saying.
having a little tickle in your throat. Is that
I don't know. It's just a bad
Because of the state
situation.
of emergency, it took Heather a long time to get fully tested for infection, and even where to go to get it. And it also cost her a fortune. But luckily, the C test came back negative after 5 days. But Deborah really had to pay
I had
for
that
all
same
the
haircut when I
stress
was
and worry
18.
she caused. The police took charge and she was arrested. They charged her
You wore
for
it better.
misdemeanor
The
assault.
haircut
This
of a
finally brought home
28-year-old
Deborah
brain
just
tumor.
how badly she behaved.
I'm aware that my shame
I
and
did it on
regret will
purpose.
follow me the rest of my life. My family has been permanently scarred. My children are continually embarrassed by what I did.
Nobody would
Yeah,
be
no
friends
shit,
with her
bitch.
family anymore, and the neighbors completely ignore them.
I think the hardest part of this is that that video shows me in the worst possible light on my worst possible day, and that's not who I am.
No, yes, it is.
She's so
It
sorry,
absolutely
but
is.
if it had happened to Heather because of this, it would have left her 10
When you're at your
children
worst, it
without
shows
a mom.
exactly
And
who
yes,
you are.
Some of those kids were adopted
Whoa.
into the family. But in Deborah's
10
defense,
kids,
her own
and she's
family had
working
just
at a
lost
Pier 1? What is
everything
her
they
hubby
owned in
or-
a house fire.
excuse
And it's
me, her
possible that
partner?
her extreme anger came from
Lawyer
suppressing
or
all
doctor
that
or something like that. It would have to.
Wow.
And
Drug-
what are you? What are you making it Pier 1?
Unfortunately for Miss Sprague, you know, she was the
Almost as much as
recipient of
McDonald's.
that,
I
and
don't know.
for that I apologize.
After hearing both sides, Judge James Ruth decided there wasn't quite enough of an apology from Deborah.
What concerns me, she talked about what impact it had on her children and her family.
The court over the internet.
I haven't heard about
Yeah.
the potential deadly impact this could have had on the victim.
The judge then handed out his sentence.
So I will adjudicate you guilty, place you on 6 months probation, also anger management,
Oh no.
and 30 days Duval County Jail.
Fuck
so
yeah.
even wearing a mask in her
She's not
own
gonna
home
do 30
didn't get
days in
this
jail,
Karen off
dude.
the hook. But these Karen attacks
Hopefully she
can
won't
really
last
just
3.
erupt out of the blue,
Yes.
over nothing and without any basis in reality. Like, imagine being randomly accused of stealing a phone and attacked by someone who literally comes out of nowhere. In December 2020, a 14-year-old boy was leaving the Arlo, a
What?
fancy Soho hotel in Manhattan, when this happened.
You came at a 14-year-old boy.
Yeah.
This crazy lady then started accusing him of taking her iPhone. The woman was Maya Pensetto from Peru, California, and this wasn't even her first time getting police attention. In 2020, she'd already been publicly drunk in a Beverly Hills hotel and charged for a serious DUI.
In February, she was arrested for public intoxication at a Beverly Hills hotel. Then in May, she was arrested again, this time charged with a DUI. Her
Oh,
sentence
your case is
included
getting stronger,
probation,
lady.
community
That the
service, and
14-year-old
9
boy
months of
stole your
alcohol
phone.
counseling.
Yeah, dude.
But what she did in New York was very scary for the kid she attacked. Keon Harold Jr. is the son of a fairly well-known jazz musician, and he and his dad were enjoying some quality time together when Mia went off on him in the hotel lobby.
I'd have lost my shit if somebody would have grabbed my son.
I punched the bitch in the face.
I'd have suplexed her ass.
The time
But she
to be
also
like,
made the
he
mistake
took
of
my phone.
talking
It
to
would have been,
CBS about what she did.
Mhm.
She literally described
like,
herself
I'll stand
as
here
a
and wait for the
super
cops
sweet
to show
person.
up, and she can
Uh-uh.
wake up, and she does.
Rock bottom.
Enough. The
Fucking
footage
razor's edge or
shows
some shit.
me
Putting you down on
attacking
this
his son
concrete.
of attacking him how? Yelling at him? Yes. Okay, I apologize. Can we move on?
It just
Did
wasn't
more than
sinking
a
in that
yell
she
at
did
him.
anything
And then we can move
wrong.
on.
And
You have
she
daddy
didn't
on
really
your
back
hat.
down about her actions during the
Yeah.
interview.
How is one girl accusing a guy about a phone a crime?
Oh, I thought we were
I'm just a
equal.
girl.
I thought we were equal.
Boy.
Sorry, I lost you on that because I
That's
thought.
not the problem. You have to at least understand your actions that day.
At one point, she did apologize, but in the lamest way.
You did that? Is that allowed?
Yes. I could have approached the situation differently, some sort of inferior way, hurting his feelings.
But Keon's family wanted an example made of Maya. So Maya was arrested just a few hours after that interview.
What'd she do,
Even with
37
sirens
minutes?
coming after her, she ignored reality. The cops tried to pull her over, but she didn't comply. She drove all the way home and then refused to get out of her car. And so,
deputies forcibly removed her from the vehicle and arrested her.
Good.
Maya finally went to court and was charged with unlawful imprisonment as a hate crime,
Yeah.
aggravated harassment, endangering the welfare of a child.
Good
This
shit.
is
I
on
like it.
top of that DUI from earlier in 2020. In court,
Bet she
Maya
still
pleaded
didn't get
guilty
shit.
and was sentenced to 2 years of probation, meaning she avoided serving any prison time for this. But
course.
Keon's dad, who recorded it all, made the point that if this had happened the other way around, it probably would have gone very differently.
If that would have been a man, that motherfucker would have went to the pen.
But herein lies my problem.
Oh,
His
and
dad
if
that
you were still
recorded
wondering
it all.
who did have Maya's
I
missing
wouldn't have been
phone, her
recording
Uber
shit.
driver
No.
had returned it to the Arlo Hotel
If I'd have dropped everything in
just
my hand
before
to
she
strangle that
decided a random teenager
taking my
had
son.
stolen it. But
I
at
lost
least
my
she
mind.
behaved herself in court, unlike these Karens.
Once again, yeah, if that was a dude, it would have just been.
Oh, this is a good
It
one.
shouldn't be surprising that the worst Karens who can't control themselves in public also can't control themselves in court.
Easy,
And
lady. What
a
are you
judge
doing?
is the one person you really want to be polite to. Well, these Karens all acted like they were above the law. There was an
Are you?
unusual sight in court on February 24th, 2013. 17-year-old Penelope Soto from Florida was charged with possession of
fucking
Xanax bars. This illegal substance can cause irritability, aggression, and hyperactive behavior. And perhaps her public defender should have checked the state of his client before she went up, because even as Judge Jorge Rodriguez Chamat starts reading the charges, it's clear that something isn't right with her.
She's the Joker. She shoved him up the old prison wallet and freaking didn't realize that they would take effect.
Penelope is giggling and laughing, possibly.
Yeah, she's
kind
high
of
as fuck.
cute, but she's clearly taken something that altered her approach to reality. Nobody is that perky and flirty in court, right? There were some questions about how much she earned and what she owed in order to decide on her bail bond. But Penelope kept right on giggling.
What do you own?
I own a lot of jewelry, all right.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Don't buy solar panels.
But a lot. I bet a lot of rich old white men bought you jewelry. I'm sure they did.
Go ahead.
Well, how much would you say your jewelry is worth? It's not a joke, you know.
What the fuck's
we're
funny?
not in a club now.
Oh, she is high.
Oh.
We are not in a club. Be serious about it.
I'm serious about
Oh,
it.
you're
You
being
just
very.
made me
I
laugh.
see you're serious,
Oh,
alright?
the judge?
I apologize.
It's alright. How much is your jewelry worth?
It's worth a lot of money.
Like what?
Like,
Huh?
it's worth
Ma'am?
money.
The fact that she kept on giggling made Judge Jorge pretty suspicious.
Ma'am?
Money.
Have you had any kind of drugs in the last 24 hours?
Oh my goodness, she's staggering even.
Actually,
Penelope
no.
might have denied it, but that couldn't have just been nerves. Could it? After that weird interview, Penelope's bond was set at about $5,000. But then she did this.
$500 to get out.
I know the judge was being snippy, but being snippy back isn't the sanest move. He laughs, but he is also not going to stand for any back talking in his court. So Penelope
This isn't good. This
having a
isn't good.
nasty
I like it.
surprise.
This is Breakfast Club shit.
Come back. Come back. Give me the paper again. Count one will be 10,000.
Ooh. Adios.
Now I hear people laughing in court.
Yeah,
Erupted
yeah.
At this, and she looks totally amazed at the consequences. But there's even worse to come. And guys,
That's smart ass.
definitely don't do this in court. What happens next is not a surprise.
Come back again. Come back again.
She's bringing
Bring it back
stupid
again.
back.
Yeah.
Bringing stupid back.
I believe
What's
I
up?
was saying to. I believe you. Did you say?
Yes,
Me?
actually, I
Did you say that?
Yes, sir, I did.
Oh, you did say that?
I'm not
I
gonna
find you in
lie.
direct criminal contempt. 30 days in the county jail.
Her future seemed really bleak. But after 4 days to think things through and sober up, Penelope went through another hearing and had another chance to behave herself. And
Oh,
this
4 whole
she had the
days.
sense to really apologize.
Yes, I understand completely, and I apologize.
Yeah, because she's young and she looks like a cute little kid.
Judge Jorge generously gave Penelope another chance and removed the 30-day sentence. But he strongly recommended therapy for her.
How old is she? She's 13
Another
or
woman
14?
in serious need of therapy is
17, I
Amanda
thought.
Stiles. At a Zoom call hearing over divorce and custody, she is being asked some routine questions, and she sabotages herself throughout this important call.
Yes, sir. Get us off of your docket is what you could do. Go ahead, Lacey. Start talking.
A custody evaluation was completed, and so we have filed a motion for
Blah, 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 blah.
The judge doesn't have the strongest voice, and she basically tries to walk all over him.
I need to pause the hearing. I don't have an attorney. Can you give me some time to get an attorney? I haven't had time to. I haven't had adequate time. I'm going to need one appointed by the state.
That's not an option.
Even if the
Haven't had
court is
time.
online, you're meant to act like you're there for real.
We are now setting this hearing is for our motion.
She
to
also
withdraw
represents
the-
and also fucking sit there and
So, Ms. Stiles, I'll unmute you in just a second. You need to let Ms. Kimball finish what she's saying, and then when you're talking, she'll let you say what you're saying.
Amanda was asked to take a psychological exam and pay her ex-husband's
I'll
attorney's
give you the
fees.
answer.
But
She's
when
crazy.
asked if she objected to taking a test for drugs, she said,
I'm not going to pay for it because I'll tell you up front I'll fall for marijuana.
When was the last
But
time?
I'm happy to take it
Hold
on
When was the last
expense.
time you took?
I use it daily.
Use marijuana daily.
All
so
day,
what?
every day.
All day, every day.
Okay. The judge was quickly getting
Doesn't make
sick
it crazy.
of her.
I'm glad to take
Stop,
test.
stop, stop,
Okay, go. It's going to be on his expense,
stop,
but I'm
stop,
saying
stop. Be pretty low-key. We're in court.
fed up with Miss Kimball.
You need to be respectful.
Bear in mind, this is a custody battle.
Not really today. Every
That's my
day.
kind of lady.
If that helps you with your interpretation.
Thank you,
She's just laying down watching TV.
You might notice that even the victim advocate gives up here. Then the judge asked if she would do a psyche evaluation. This went down about as well as you'd expect.
Not doing it, and you cannot force me to do it. You cannot physically make me go and show up and partake in anything that I do
don't know
not
if
want
that's
to
true.
partake in. Yes or no? Do you agree or not agree?
You don't get to ask me questions right now.
I'm not doing a psych eval, and you cannot make it mandatory.
I mean, clearly she needs some help.
She needs
There's
something.
something missing here, don't you think?
Have you read their discovery? When are you going to view my
Cocaine?
Ma'am, you need to answer my question.
I answered your goddamn question.
The judge gives a long pause at this.
I got a
and
mouth
warns
on
her.
me, but I ain't
So
talking to the
she
judge
switches
like
off the
that.
camera
Here we
before
go.
returning. She gets warned.
If you do that again, I'm gonna
0 fucks given,
sanction
exactly.
you $100 for every time that you swear in court. Because that's not.
Is there a swear jar for court?
Not do it.
She's been muted again, but her body language is insane. And I don't think she realizes that they can't hear her. But they still had to find out what days she could give evidence.
What dates?
She seems down. I could feel her up.
I can. I would propose.
And whose expense? Mine? Because if it's mine, I'm not f***ing doing it. Sanction. Give me $100 fee. Woo woo.
So,
$100, $100, man.
I love how this guy is just so
One time.
soft-spoken. It's like the complete
One more try.
perch of
The
power.
30th or the 2nd?
I'm not gonna raise my voice.
Which of those dates works
I'm just gonna
better for
tell
you,
you.
Ms. Styles?
What time, dumbass? 3%.
The judge barely showed emotion at this insult, but he also seems to get tense, and it gets even crazier.
What date?
So that question is to you. Never mind.
I said what
I'm not-
time?
I'm not gonna let you
Time,
finish.
date? You know, these
I'm not
things.
gonna let you look. You don't get to do this for your own pocketbook. I'm muting you for. All right, I'm gonna count that as another violation.
And when she was done,
Oh my
the judge
goodness, he
rounded off
does
that
look crazy.
disaster by saying,
For the deposition, she didn't have any objection. I'm gonna note for my own record that she opted out after flipping me off.
maybe people act differently at court if it's a Zoom call, but somehow I think she'd be almost the same when she's not cozy at home. At least he could mute her online. In real life, I bet these next judges would have loved to have a mute button to deal with the Karens in their
You didn't see those?
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
In March 2021, Marlena Palvos Hackney from Holland, Michigan, was having some major
Look at the
business
scowl on
trouble.
her
Her
face, you can
diner,
tell.
Marlena's Bistro and Pizzeria, was forced to close for
Bistro
5
and
months
pizzeria?
after the health
What?
authorities reported her in late February
They
and
got
suspended
spaghetti
her food license.
and the meatballs
The
with the
diner
pizza.
wasn't up
No!
to safety
Those aren't-
regulations
no!
required during the virus, and even when
doing?
she protested this in court, Marlena didn't mask up. She also
You're a steakhouse
didn't know
or you're a
when to shut
pizzeria.
up.
What the
Ma'am,
fuck?
please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I would like to call.
Don't shut the fuck up.
Stop.
The judge told her off, but Marlena just kept on making the situation worse for herself, and the judge wasn't putting up with it.
I know you want to control this room, but this isn't Burger King. When the sign changes to Burger King, you can have it your way. Right now, this is my courtroom, and you will answer my questions.
Double Whopper cheese, bacon,
And
no
then,
onions.
when the judge finally got the whole question out, Marlena went completely silent.
Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Yes or no? Are you going to tell the truth? All right.
You
I'll
can't
leave
handle the
silence.
truth.
Only to break the peace again a second later.
Where is her attorney? Please don't do that. Again.
You can hear the
anything
freaking-
again
I
without
forget what
telling
they
me
call
to
it,
tell
though.
the truth, and I will hold you in contempt of court for 93 days. You will not act disrespectful in this court.
You can
Do you
hold me.
understand, ma'am?
Can you do it without the contempt?
That's another one of those things where it's just like,
You
couldn't shut your
certainly
mouth,
silent.
and the time you should have
Where
said something,
is
you wouldn't because you
your
were like so
attorney?
stubborn.
For this
Thinking that
bad
this was
behavior,
going to work out for
Marlena
you.
received 93 days in jail and was
Is that all?
fined $15,000 for contempt of court charges.
Okay, so there's that too.
And FYI, this is Judge Rosemary Anquilina, the same judge who sentenced Larry Nasser, a total creep who I covered in another video.
Would you like to withdraw your plea? Because you are guilty, aren't you? The word treatment. It was not treatment, what you did. It was not medical.
She really doesn't mess around in her
We're
courtroom.
gonna have an
In the
episode on
end,
that
Marlena's food license was restored, and she reopened her diner in September 2021.
Her
But she
bistro
could've got there more
pizzeria?
smoothly if she'd answered when she was supposed to. But in far more serious cases where someone has passed away, it's unbelievable that a Karen's entitled behavior still goes on. Now, in any court case, the family impact statements are usually the hardest part to listen to. They're an insight into the heartbreaking damage that someone's caused, so how could anyone laugh when they're being read out? This Karen giggled during a really tragic case, but the Karen wasn't who you might first think. During the summer of 2017, Amanda Kosel, aged 25 years old, from Michigan, admitted that she was dangerously drunk after she smashed into an SUV. She ended the life of Jerome Zerker, aged 31, and horribly injured his fiancée, Brittany Johnson.
And then all I know is it was like a
Fucking kid doing stupid shit.
Everything was just
We've all done.
Even sadder, they had 5 children between them. So now, Amanda Kosel was facing up to 15 years in prison. Amanda looked totally devastated by what she'd done, and the impact statement by Jerome's sister, Darlene Zerker, was heartbreaking.
Amanda, look what you did to my life.
Mm-hmm. You did.
You ruined everything I had.
While at least Amanda is tearful, there's something else going on at the back of the court. Judge Lillard was totally shocked to hear a girl giggling in the back of the courtroom as the relatives were reading. First, she kicked out the man she saw laughing, but a woman followed him.
You can go too. Whoever can sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile when somebody has lost a family member, this is a court of law. You cannot
what kind of fucking
I just have to tell you, I know the joke that they are thinking of. It's very dark, but I know the joke that they are thinking of.
Who the heck does that? And
And
this
it's
was
the
Amanda's mom.
Yet another white woman
Donna.
takes
Amanda
a black father
was still
from his
standing in front of the judge,
Right.
waiting for her verdict. And now her own mom was creating a huge scene. Donna enraged the judge so much that she was called back in.
Ma'am, you are being taken into custody for criminal contempt.
You're as PC
Your
as it
disruptive
gets.
and disrespectful behavior
Lady.
disrupted today's proceedings, and you, ma'am, are going to the Wayne County Jail for 93 days for direct criminal contempt.
Donna was facing a scary amount of time in jail for this.
You and all your
They took her
boobs.
out in handcuffs. Judge Lillard also gave the rest of the court.
She's apparently happy about him.
Listen, Tess McGee, you're gonna shut up in my court.
Because your loved one is going to
Getting in
prison.
cuffs,
Guess
Jugs.
what? She's going to prison for the choices that she made.
Once everyone had calmed down, Amanda faced the music.
It'll be the sentence of this court that you will serve 3 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections.
That wasn't much of a shock to anyone, but I really hope Jerome's family got some closure from that. Donna
She was a
Kosel returned to
stupid
face
kid
Judge
that
Lillard the
made a
next day,
mistake, but
and after
yeah,
a day in jail,
somebody,
she
so, yeah.
definitely looked humbled. But first, the judge really wanted to explain why she'd been out of line.
Although some people might think laughing is harmless, it was only a matter of time before the family of the victim became upset or angered after that kind of behavior, and I couldn't risk some sort of a fight or some sort of disturbance going on in the courtroom.
Donna's defense attorney reported that she also had a history of panic attacks and was also on medication, but the judge was most interested in Donna's apology.
I deeply apologize for what I did.
Now that you're in trouble.
I
was in a lot of stress, so I laughed about some shit.
Appointments today for my heart. It's just everything overwhelmed, and I deeply apologize for what I did in your court. I just needed to get out. It's been very hard for me this year, and I know for the other family. And I'm so sorry for what I did, and I know it was wrong. And
If you're a dude, you're fucked.
Have to say, she seems like she means it. Judge Lillard was forgiving and totally accepted her apology. More importantly, she didn't blame Donna's daughter for any of the bad behavior. She was also very merciful with Donna's final sentence.
So I will give you modify your sentence for direct criminal contempt from 93 days to 1 day with credit for time served, and you should be released.
That's a modification,
Despite
isn't
being
it?
sentenced
93 to
15
1?
years in prison, she only served 3 years and was paroled in February 2020. But another way to really annoy a judge in court is to just waste their time. In this case from Detroit,
1
Michigan,
fucking year.
here's a Karen who's actually called Karen and known as Karen Stevens.
You cannot
She's
make this
attempting
shit
to
up.
get a restraining order lifted against her by her ex-attorney, Paul Nicoletti.
May it please the court, Your Honor. Paul Nicoletti appearing on behalf of
That's attorney Paul Nicoletti. He's in court because of an ongoing feud with a former client.
But there's something odd here, and Judge Martha Anderson is trying to find out exactly what she wants.
Trying to find the case Nicoletti versus Stevens, case number 0672172PH.
Next, we take you inside the Oakland County Circuit Court in Detroit, Michigan.
Uh-oh.
The judge is Martha Anderson.
Good afternoon, Judge. Karen Stevens, in pro per for my motion for sanctions
Ride or
against
die.
Mr. Nicoletti for this vexatious and frivolous PPO.
A PPO is a personal protection order. Nicoletti petitioned for it. However, this Karen got a little bit above herself.
Is what? I have a motion for sanctions against.
I know that. And the purpose of the sanctions are based on what?
It was a frivolous and vexatious PPO based on nonsense. I am not stalking Mr. Nicoletti.
I haven't signed it.
It's based on
The
nonsense.
judge is already confused, and this Karen just digs herself deeper.
His petition for a PPO. Let me.
Okay, were you served?
For what?
No, I wasn't. But may
No.
Personal
you're not.
protection order.
How can you
PPO.
ask to sanction someone when you haven't even been served?
That's the point. He
Stevens, do not interrupt me when I'm speaking, ma'am.
Turns out you can't lift something that doesn't exist, no matter how many large words you throw at the judge. And the judge is just riled up at this point.
Hippopotamus?
Hip-hop anonymous?
Ma'am, other than the fact that you filed this frivolous motion, taking up this court's time for no good reason other than your own personal vendetta against this man. I did not issue a PPO.
I mean, you can see why the judge kind of loses
You
it
down with
here.
PP?
And
I
the
said
Karen
PP.
pays a heavy price, like literally.
And you and R. Kelly, bitch.
Taking up my time so that you want me
I
to
wanna
chastise
pee
him
on
and,
you.
and make him pay money? No, ma'am.
I'm gonna pee
Your
on
relief is
you.
denied, and in addition to that, I am sanctioning you with costs of $500.
Karen Stevens was totally overruled by common sense, but she now thinks that there's something underhanded going on.
I knew it was fixed.
I beg your pardon? Ms. Stevens, I highly suggest that you just exit my
showed me my
courtroom and
PPO.
obey the sanctions before I find you in contempt.
You won't believe that
that's
this
good.
Karen ended up in front of the
Nice one,
same
Nate.
judge just 4 months later after a clerical error. The court only took $5 from that $500 fine. At first, Karen refused to go through with the rest of the payment.
I have my credit card, but I did file an objection and an answer to this order to cause that wasn't properly served. Didn't have an affidavit of merit.
But now, the judge just sounds like he wants her out of court ASAP.
Ms. Stevens,
It's a female judge.
do you have
She
$495
would
for
want
which to pay today?
her
I
out of
just
her
said
court.
I have my credit card. I do not have cash.
Very well then, Ms. Stevens. You may go down to the clerk's office, pay $495 forthwith to take care of the $500.
But Karen pushed back again. Read the room.
I'm entitled to know what statutes
Dewey.
or court rules you rely on to sanction me in the first place.
Did you think shit was gonna change?
Ms. Stevens, do you wish to comply
I
with my
Googled
request,
it.
or do you wish
I
me to
know
proceed?
the law.
Ms. Stevens, my clerk
How
will
did you
go
get
down to the
that?
clerk's office and let them know you are coming.
There's one simple hearing
Oh,
aid
here we go.
anyone
My
can use
God.
to improve their hearing almost overnight.
Oh,
Did
it's
you
so
know?
good.
I did
There
not
will
know.
be no court orders, what you're saying?
Oh, it's so
Stevens,
good.
please do as I've directed you to do. Thank you.
Ultimately, this Karen ended up paying both the whole fine and Nicoletti's court fees. Sometimes you've just gotta shut up.
Shut the
Or
fuck up.
get
That's
a
right.
real lawyer who knows what they're talking
Sit down and just shut
but
up.
sometimes even the law professionals can be total Karens. And then you get
Uh-oh.
a rare male Karen.
Where's his wig? He lost it. He lost his wig. Or is this not that
Yes,
old? Because it seemed like
they
it should
do
be.
exist.
What's
Sometimes
he doing?
They're even judges. On September 4th, 2018, Cassandra Jackson was trying to get a protection order filed at a Cincinnati courtroom, but unfortunately, she missed the 8 a.m. cutoff deadline by half an hour. She began yelling and screaming, which isn't a great look, but it's definitely understandable that her emotions would be running wild. We can't hear any of what happens on the video because the court's video is completely silent, but Cassandra's screaming really enraged the magistrate judge working in the courtroom at the end of that tiny corridor. The judge, Michael Batchman, charged outside.
Aren't male Karens known as Todds?
Hey, you get back here. That's a magistrate in full judicial robe storming
I can
out of
neither
his courtroom.
confirm nor deny.
The elevators, but Batchman chased her down the
They were
hallway.
Kevin's, but I don't want to make fun of Kevin Todd, man.
Kevin, I think it's Kevin's, yeah. Kevin's and Karens.
Catches up with her, he orders her back to his courtroom.
Catching up to her at the elevators, he frog marched Cassandra back to the courtroom. And you can see here that he stops her from turning away by gripping her shoulder and forcing her around.
When she makes a wrong turn, he puts the long arm
I
of the
don't
law
see
on her
that
shoulder,
that's
steering her in the
appropriate.
correct direction.
Nah, doesn't seem like it. He shouldn't have to do
Contempt
that,
of
right?
court and tries to sentence her for 3 days in jail for disrespectful and disruptive behavior.
He done all that work for
Officers go
3
after
days
her,
in
and
jail.
she tries to get the hell out of there. She keeps resisting and gets hauled away in handcuffs.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's a lot of guys for one woman. Cassandra was then formally
She might be. She was going for some kind of record. She wanted to break the Houston
She was
500 or
sentenced
whatever.
to 10 days for contempt, but thankfully this was overturned after 2 days by another judge who realized this treatment was completely unfair. Judge Batchman paid a heavy price for getting so hands-on with Cassandra. He ultimately resigned.
I mean, I
from
didn't get
his
the
job.
judge
And
doing
here's
it.
another
Cops
judge
doing it though.
who
It's
really should have known better.
Yeah.
And
Probably should
he
have
also
fucking
should
listened
remember
to
that
him.
nobody in court really has a sense of humor. In Newark, New Jersey, on January 4th,
I've never been to
2008,
Newark.
Judge
He's in
James
fucking Newark.
Convery was overseeing a divorce case. Benjamin
Never
Taylor
since
was getting
you were
divorced, supported by his attorney, Yvette Ramos Alvarez. And that's his ex-wife. Or she will be soon.
This
Their
ought to be
divorce
good.
seemed completed up until the ex-wife suddenly requested to know her ex-husband's social
Once
security
again,
earnings
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Judge
Very well done. I've seen this before on Pornhub. Yes, yes, sir.
He gets it, sir.
It's filed under redhead anal.
Here. So she asked for it. Why didn't he provide it? He doesn't have it.
Yvette claimed that even she hadn't received one of them for the last 3 years.
So she asked for it. Why didn't he provide it? He doesn't have it. He threw it away? I would presume he did. Oh, come on.
The judge wasn't buying the story. He did a quick poll of the courtroom to ask if everyone received it every year. But Yvette claims she'd only received it once in the last 4 years.
What are they talking
At
about,
this
VD?
statement, the judge insults her.
Well, once you become
The D.
legal alien.
That
The
was a
D.
very
When's the
poor
last time we had the
choice.
D?
She was highly insulted.
Judge, I am going to. That was a totally inappropriate comment.
I didn't mean it. Listen to me.
He tried to walk it back, but it was no good and she stormed out. Yvette did return and the judge also apologized, but she still filed a misconduct report and he was publicly reprimanded by the Jersey Supreme Court. What do you think about all these Karens? Let me know in the comments.
All right, that's enough fucking Karen videos for one day, man.
Hey, I didn't lose it once.
I know.
I got through it.
We got it through it all
I'm
together.
glad too. Could
As
have
a
swung at me
family.
and shit. Yeah, it's not too late.
It's
Never too
never
late.
too late. It's never too.
Some of that shit. It's like, what are you doing? We gotta do one with the cops. I mean, coming
One
up
with the cops.
Oh,
near future, we gotta do one with the cops where they just won't shut the fuck up and end up in the back of a squad car because those are the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, and I can't stop laughing.
Once again,
There needs to be a band called All Them Karens. Yes, there does. But no one's gonna like them. No
I
one's
don't
gonna
know.
listen
They
to
could
them.
be great. I think all them Karens should be an all male band. That play
They'll be huge.
They
in
would be.
Saudi Arabia.
You have to play us, or we won't leave you alone.
They're the band that everybody hates. That every time they get on stage, there's 6 people in the club, and they're like, "You guys need to come up front. We're not gonna play any more songs until everybody's up front."
All 4 of you. Y'all, you sit back there by the bar.
All the
I don't care if you got a walker. Get your ass up here. It's time to play.
Oh my god.
Show on.
The grandma Karen's like, "Will you crazy people get off the stage so we can do bingo already? Go back to where you came from." And they're like, "Where from
Okay,
you were,
Karen
ma'am?"
Karen from earlier. Go back where you came from.
Oh my god.
I can't even keep up with this. The only play outlet mall is next to a wholesale shoe store and a candle factory. You forgot the Bed Bath and not Bed Bath Beyond. What's the lotion one? What, I can't even remember.
I don't. Is there a lotion?
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. That's it.
Yeah.
Body. That's the thing. Okay.
Right next to the Pier 1.
Yeah, right next to the Pier 1.
We're gonna be playing in Pennies next week. Y'all need to come back out here.
Are we going back to? Are we going to go to Shoeless next? Because we did that last time. And Lindy was on my ass. I don't want to do it again.
Oh, last week was a shitstorm, literally.
I slept through it. I don't know what you're talking about.
This one was fun. I don't know that I disagreed. Payless, she says. Yeah, Crystal, I'm going to leave it alone.
Nobody like a sibling can just call you out on shit, man.
Yeah, I get it. I'm going to leave it alone.
Best. He's the best.
I'll leave Payless alone. Fantastic store with fun shoes, I'm assuming.
This is weird, Todd. I don't know.
One time I was
like, I can almost touch Matt, but I can't because
the invisible wall keeps you.
That he's in Illinois. Yeah, that doesn't help either.
He's in the land of Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois.
Kind of close to the beef and ham, but not really.
But
there might be a fire.
I'm close enough to E-hole. I'm closer than I want to be anyway.
They're out of turkey. Past the effing ham.
Well, you got an Altamont in between you, so you know.
Well, I got an Altamont right here. That's where I live.
I thought you was in St. Elmo.
No.
Well, then my stupid fucking joke about a fire really didn't fucking work.
I get what you were saying. I thought you was St. Elmo's Fire, and I thought of different songs popped up in my head. But I didn't go through with
We didn't start the fire.
No, that wasn't the one, but okay. Now that's in my head.
Shit. You're welcome.
Raw dog inside.
Minute.
Jesus.
Funkhauser represent.
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Fuck me. No, I live in Altamont. It's
now we're later.
right off the interstate. Yep. In case anybody wants to come visit that listens,
Yeah, just make let everybody know where you're at.
Just make an appointment. I'm not gonna get my that would be fucking horrific, I think. See how I come up with that word so fast, Todd, this time?
Mm-hmm. Hip-hop-popotamus?
Hip-hop? Hip-hop-anonymous?
Mm-hmm. Wanna go down and get me
You win every time.
a shake and some french fries. I think the boy would like a hot dog. Mm-hmm.
Like a real hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
He's funny, not funny where.
Yeah, your mama's friend, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey guys, this has been great. I'm glad everybody stuck around to watch this shit that we did. Shit. Okay, I'm hurting a little because to me it's super funny, but I've got a fucked up sense of humor, and not everybody does. So,
yes, but I'm the only one that said the joke that everybody was thinking.
Thanks for hanging out there.
Nate's got a good one. He certainly has a good sense of humor. Stick around through this shit. So, shit. Okay. Next week,
Close it out, Matt.
We got Manson 3 coming out, and then once again, I will say at the end of it, just listen completely to the end. If you want Lindy to do more, she will. If you don't, will fuck
Actually,
off.
Matt, this week it's Manson 2. Next week.
Oh, this week's Manson 2. So next week I'm Manson 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So Manson 2 this week, Manson 3 next week, and if you just listen to them, get to the end of them, like maybe you can always email in and shit, or you can stay on the live when we're here, and you could type in and say we want Lindy to do another one, but it's just like the trial and shit. So she.
We are.
Oh, shit. Okay, all right, but she wanted to get that out there, so she did get that out there. Crystal said episode 1 was great. Yeah, Lindy killed it. Yeah, it was fucking fantastic. But yeah, 2's great, 3's great, and if you want another one,
There's only
we'll
so
do
many
it.
short jokes you can say, though. I mean,
yeah, we ran out of short jokes since Zach and I are not short people, and neither is Todd, and Lindy's not short either. So I mean,
Yes, she is.
she's not that short. Not as short as Charlie.
5'6", 5'5".
That's not short for a girl, right?
Well,
I don't think.
Short people, man. They got no reason to live.
on that note, Jesus Christ.
Dude, that was the greatest thing ever. Randy Newman wrote that song. And nobody realizes that the same Randy Newman is the guy who wrote the song for Toy Story. You got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me.
Oh. Short people got no reason to live. Look it up. It's on Spotify.
All right.
You got a friend in me? Boom. Song number 2. Short people.
Okay, it's getting close to the witchy season. I'll figure out what to come up with for next week. But I'm wanting to get something. I want to get something scary going on. So I might. I'm in the mindset of thinking of like scary videos cut on tape or something like that we can watch. Or if you've got something coming up, you've got something that happened to you, you could also get on here and tell us. And it doesn't actually have to be scary. You can get on and get some funny shit and tell us that. It would be great. But until then, I'm Spar.
I'm Zach.
I'm whoever the fuck you want me to be.
All right, I want you to be the Todd.
The Todd says, okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
We'll see you next Tuesday and then next Saturday.
Sounds good.
Later.
Later. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
It's evil! Don't touch it! It's alive!
I was with you.
They're coming to get you. By the power of Christ. This is
Me?
Hello.